This is a cold message that booked a call with a complete stranger. No ads, no audience, no fancy funnel, just a message and a system anyone can copy. In the next 10 minutes, I am going to build that entire client getting system with you step by step using nothing but Claude. And you can steal every single prompt I use. If you have got 0 clients and 0 budget right now, this is the exact playbook I would run today to get my first 10. I am Robert, this is Copy Paste CEO, where we copy the playbooks the best founders actually use. Let me get you your first 10 clients. Here is the real reason most people never get clients. They post into the void and they hope. They put up one piece of content, they wait, and when nothing happens, they decide it does not work. But hope is not a system. The best founders do not hope. They run a process, and the process is always the same 4 steps. Build a list of the right people. Send one message that earns a reply. Have a real conversation. Book the call. That is it. 4 steps on repeat every single day. Everything else is noise. The problem was never that you are not talented enough or not loud enough online. The problem is you never had the system written down in front of you. So today we are going to write it together, and at every step I am going to hand you the exact Claude prompt that does the heavy lifting. By the end of this video, you will have a target list, your opening message, and the full conversation script all built for you. Let us start with the list. Step 1. You cannot get clients you have not found yet. So the first thing we build is a list of 20 real people who actually fit your offer. And we are going to do it in about 10 minutes instead of a full day. Open Claude and give it this exact instruction. You tell it to act as your lead researcher. You describe your offer in one line, who you help, what result you get them, and what pain you remove. Then you ask it for 20 specific types of people or businesses who need that right now. And here is the key part most people miss. For each one, you ask Claude to tell you where they hang out online, what kind of post they would make, and the one specific signal that proves they need your offer. That signal is gold because it tells you exactly who to message first. When you run this, you do not get vague advice like go find some clients. You get a real table. 20 qualified targets, the platform to find them on, and the buying signal to look for. That used to take a research assistant a full day. Now it is a coffee. Do not overthink the offer line either. Even a rough version works because Claude will sharpen it for you. The point of step 1 is simple. You can never run out of people to talk to again. Step 2 is the message itself, and this is where almost everyone blows it. The mistake is pitching in the very first message. They lead with their offer, their price, a link, 3 compliments, and a calendar booking all in one paragraph. And then they wonder why nobody answers. Here is the rule that changes everything. The job of your first message is not to sell. The job of your first message is to get one reply, nothing else. That is the entire goal. So we give Claude a very specific brief. You ask it for 5 cold opening messages for one target from your list. The rules you give it are strict, 2 to 3 lines maximum. Specific enough that it proves you actually looked at the person. No pitch, no link, no compliment spam. And it has to end with one easy yes or no question, because a yes or no question is the easiest thing in the world to answer. When you run this, you get 5 openers that sound like a human texting appear, not a salesperson reading a script. Notice that none of them try to close. They earn the reply first, and the reply is what opens the door to everything else. Pick the one that feels most like you, send it, and move on to the next person. Do not customize for an hour. The system does the work, not your perfectionism. Step 3. They replied. Now what? This is the exact moment where most people freeze and blow the whole thing. They get the reply they wanted, they panic, and they either go silent or they dump their entire pitch and scare the person off. So, we are going to take the guesswork out completely. You go back to Claude and you give it 3 things: your offer, the message you sent, and the exact reply the person gave you. Then you ask it to map the conversation from right here all the way to a booked call. And you ask for it in a specific shape. For every step, you want the goal of that step, what you actually say word for word, and the one question that moves the conversation forward. When you run this, Claude builds you a ladder. From hey, all the way up to here is my calendar, one natural rung at a time. No leap from small talk straight to a hard sell. Every message has a job and a next step. The result is that you are never again sitting there staring at the message box wondering what to type. You just follow the ladder. Keep it natural, never needy, never pushy, and let each rung do its job. Step 4 is the moment that makes people sweat the most. The conversation is going well, and then they ask the question, "What do you charge?" Or they hit you with one of the classics, "It is too expensive. I do not have time right now. Let me think about it." And this is where deals quietly die, because you fumble, you over-explain, you discount on the spot, or you just go quiet. So we prepare for it in advance. You list your 3 most common objections and you hand them to Claude. For each one, you ask for a calm response, just 2 or 3 sentences that does 3 things in order. First, it agrees with the person so they never feel attacked. Then it raises certainty with a piece of proof or a simple reframe. And then it softly returns to the next step. Agree, raise certainty, return to the next step. Never argue, never pressure. When you run this, you get a clean human response for every objection you are likely to hear, ready to paste the second it comes up. Save these in a note on your phone. The next time someone asks what you charge, you will not freeze. You will answer like someone who has done this 100 times, because now you have the words in front of you. Step 5 is the piece that actually gets you to 10 clients instead of one lucky reply. Because everything we just built only works if you run it on a rhythm. So here is the rhythm, and it is almost stupidly simple. Every single day, you do 3 things. You add 5 new targets to your list, you send 5 opening messages, and you reply to everyone who answered you. That is the whole daily routine, and it takes about 15 minutes. Now let me show you why this works with simple math. 5 messages a day is 150 messages a month. Let us be pessimistic and say only 10% of those turn into a real conversation that leads to a call. That is still 15 booked conversations every month from 15 minutes a day with 0 ad spend. You do not need 10 clients worth of luck. You need the reps. That is the whole secret nobody tells you. Getting clients is not a talent. It is a volume game run through a system, and the system is what gives you the reps without burning you out. Most people quit on day 3 because they were hoping for magic. You are not going to hope. You are going to run the rhythm. 5 targets, 5 messages, reply to all every day for 30 days. That is how the first 10 show up. And this works because it is not theory. It is the exact structure behind real replies from real strangers. The kind of message I showed you at the very start of this video. Same 4 steps every time. So here is the best part. I took every prompt and every script from this video, the lead researcher, the openers, the reply ladder, the objection handlers, plus 50 more opening messages and the full reply system, and I packaged all of it into one thing. It is called the Cold DM Playbook, and it is free. The link is in the description and pinned in the comments. Just grab it at copypastekio.com. If you want the rest of the founder playbooks, the offer one, the content one, the follow-up one, that is exactly where they live too. So copy the best, spin faster, and go get your first 10 clients. I will see you in the next one.